Do you want more? More time, more balance, more love, more sex, more money, more real, and less bullshit? This is the Women Wanting More podcast with Dr. Karen Osborne. Real life, real stories, plus real tips to get you more of what you want.
Your needs matter, sister. Your needs matter. A little bit of a spicy start to the morning in the Osborne household. My kids were a little crazy, not insane. We've had worse mornings for sure. And if you are a mama, you know how that works. My kids are 5.5, actually Kyle will be 6 in a couple months, and Tyson's 8.5. Great kids. We've worked through lots and lots of stuff with them, and lots of maturity that's come about, and not the same insanity of when they're even like from a year ago. So they've come a long way, and love my boys, but it's what is, right? And so what happened this morning is boys are up a little bit earlier. It's okay, it happens. And I have a very let's say somewhat structured morning routine. Not rigid, but structured, right? I get up, I meditate, I walk downstairs, I go take the dogs out for a quick pee, I come back, I'm doing burpees, so I need to have some movement first thing in the morning. That's what I need. Helps me be clear, helps me move any kind of energy or stuff. And then I sit down after that, before my boys have breakfast, and I read a prayer book by Marianne Williamson. I post it up on Instagram. If you follow me on Instagram, by the way, which is at Women Wanting More, you'll see my IG stories. I love IG stories, like posting there a bunch of times throughout the day. And then I do journaling and I do reading. And then it's like, then I'm back into mom mode of getting the kids breakfast, hopping in the shower, getting ready to go to school and drive in the car and go. And so this morning, there was a lot of interruptions, a lot of guys breaking the TV, it's not working, then he's frustrated with an iPad, then we're teasing each other, and it was just like a constant one after the other. Now, I know that as a mom, and I'm doing the stuff in and around my kids, it's going to come up, right? It's going to come up. But the conversation was with the boys of saying, hey, listen, this is, and we talked about a little bit more in the car when I was a little bit more calm and stuff, was saying, there's certain things that mommy really needs in the morning so that mommy feels good, so that mommy feels calm, so that mommy's fun, so that mommy feels relaxed. And they know that, and they're also, almost 6 and 8.5, and there's no, I can tell the kids something once or 5 times, even adults sometimes, right? And they're not getting there, and then we talk about respecting what that person's letting you know, and guys, if you keep pushing, here comes angry mom. Like, I don't want to go there. I can feel it, right? I just guys, I just need 10 minutes. That's it. 10 minutes. Please don't talk to me. It was literally just kind of can you please leave me alone for 10 minutes? That's it. Just leave me alone. And I'm really clear on these are the things that I need now. Are they adapted sometimes, kind of like this morning? Yeah. Meditation wasn't 10 minutes, it was 5 minutes. It's okay. I don't have any stories about it. Reading is usually 10, 15 minutes. I think it was 5 today. It's all right. No biggie because of the stuff that came up. But I'm really clear on these are the things that I need in the morning. It's not crazy. But it's it is like brushing my teeth for me to have these things, to meditate, to journal, to study and read something, to read a prayer, to move my body, to get some water. All these things really, I do a little bit of breath work as well too. All these things really, really matter. And so, if we don't have these things, well, actually, let me just we'll just sidebar the whole morning routine thing. If you know there's certain things that you need, then you're really aware, right? I was reflecting on my week. It's Wednesday as I record this podcast episode. Monday, I had the most amazing day. Spin class on Monday. A noon spin class. Killer. Great. Super hard. Tuesday, no kind of intense workout. Walk the dogs. Did my burpees in the morning. That was about it. That's fine. That's I'll have days that are more like that sometimes too. But I noticed a difference in my mood yesterday, my difference in ability to adapt to stress, which wasn't quite the same. My decreased ability to recognize stories and subconscious patterns as they were coming up in me. And my good friend Gilda pointed it out, and I'm like, oh yeah, yep. And so I realized, I'm like, you know what? I need to have something that's a little bit more of a sweat every day, and start to really make some shifts to my routine, to my schedule, to make sure, even if it's like 10 minutes, or when I do my burpees, I don't do them in sets like I do. I'll just do them all in rows. So just like it really kind of pushes me that way. And so I'm aware that these are the things that I really need. Now, if we're not aware of this, which could be you, and by the way, there's no judgment. There's no thing about it. There's no, oh, you have to have a morning routine. No, there's none of that. So if you start to go to there, just stop. It's not what this is about. You don't need to do that. But if we're not aware of the things that we need that really help us to function well, whether you're a mom or not, you're a wife or not, if you have kids, you're a stay-at-home mom, or you also work. Like, it doesn't, any of those things. It doesn't matter what age you are, any of those things. If we're not aware of the things that we need, which help us to function at our best, then what happens is we are just in this reactive state. And we make assumptions about what we think people should know about us. Well, my husband, my boyfriend, my partner should know I need this time, right? They should know that I haven't slept well, so it's like, I'm not good. They should know that I'm meditating my kids, and so to not bother mommy. Like, I don't know, whatever those things are you have, right? Or you just find yourself just not having anything, and it's just you're in this complete, stress state the majority of your days. And that reflects into sleep, and your health is not well, and you're just not caring for yourself. Maybe it's even deep-seated feelings of unworthiness, and who am I to actually have time for myself? Because I don't have time, because maybe you are a mother, and the whole mother is martyr is still kind of revered by our society. Revered? Celebrated. Put on a pedestal. Like, oh, look, she's so great. She runs herself into the ground. It's like, that's insane. It's not, we should be teaching our kids or celebrating that. So, if we're not clear on those things that we really need to make us the best version of us, and listen, if you don't know that right now, that's okay. But I'm going to really encourage you to find that out. To know what you need. And to be okay with saying, I need to have these things. I need to have my 20 minutes in the morning kid-free, or to, let the kids know that this is mommy's time for herself. This is how I can be a better mommy for you. Sweetheart, this is what I need in the morning. Can you be with the kids then? Or if you don't have children, it's just like, I need this for me, right? I need to get to bed at a certain time. This is how I function best, and I can be the best partner, wife, girlfriend to you. Or you simply look at yourself in the mirror and say, I am deserving enough, and I'm worthy to care for myself as I would my best friend. As I had someone say to me a while back, be your own best friend. Like, care for yourself. Be gentle on yourself. Give yourself grace, for crying out loud. So hard on ourselves. I can speak that from experience, so I know what that's like. I get it. I hear you. I see you, sister. I see you. I really, really see you. So here's your more tip for today. It's two things. Either number one, you already know that there's certain things. It could be just a simple thing, right? Don't make it complicated. Of, hey, you know what? I gotta move my body each day. And I'm going to choose to schedule that in, or I'm going to choose to get someone to help with the kids, or I'm going to choose to make it a priority. I'm going to choose to invest in myself, time, energy, money, whatever that looks like for you to do it. Simple. Make it simple. Make it simple. Make it simple. It's funny how sometimes we complicate something that could be so simple as like a way of showing ourselves that we don't deserve it or we're not worthy. Right? Well, if I can't work out an hour a day, then I suck. Right? It's like, what? No. Listen, when I used to do CrossFit, and actually thinking of getting back into CrossFit again, I can do a workout with you that's like under 7 minutes and you'll be on the floor, like dying, right? Period of time is just a story. Time is an illusion in many different ways. The thinking you need to have this X amount of time, and if you don't, therefore you can't, like meditation must be 30 minutes twice a day. No, it literally could be 2 minutes. Starting with that, building on it if you want, right? So number one, if you're already clear on these are the things I need, just pick one. If you've fallen off track, again, don't beat yourself up. Give yourself grace. Be kind to yourself as you would anybody else. Treat yourself with the same kindness, compassion, and love as you would others. It's about time to do that. Let's just stop doing the beating up stuff, right? That's just old. That's done. Let's just put that to the side and just choose one thing. So maybe it is movement. Maybe it's, drinking enough water. I don't know, but and make it simple. Make it simple, make it simple. So if you already know of the things that you need, or maybe the one thing you need, just choose one. Start with one. The one thing, start with one. And add that back in. Okay? And be really clear and let others know if you need their support with stuff, like whatever it is, right? So that's if you're clear on the needs. If you're not clear on the needs, then I want you to start journaling about this. It doesn't have to be any, particular thing. And maybe you can even reflect back on times in your life when you felt like, man, life was really in a flow. I felt really aligned. I felt really connected. What was I doing back then? And to just be aware of that, right? And so it might be that. Or if you you're like, well, Karen, I'm like category C, which is, I've never really felt that way. Great. So now choose one thing and add that in and see how that feels for you. See how that it impacts you. See how that, helps you to be more in that, potentially that optimum state. And then continue to do it. Or if that one doesn't work, you choose something else. All right, sister, here we are finishing up. 2 things. Number one, I'm doing something really special for the summer. I have decided that I'm going to spend some more time with my boys. They're little dudes, as I mentioned their age earlier, and they will not be young forever. And we're going through some other personal stuff and changes that require more of my time. And so I'm taking on just 3 one-on-one clients for the summer. 3 women that are at a crossroads, that are really wanting to invest in themselves and invest in the energy, that are just like, man, I can't continue at this place. I feel stuck. I feel lost. I feel purposeless. I just don't know. I don't even know what I don't know. So if that is you and you're ready to really invest in you, then I'm gonna actually encourage you to send me an email. And this is by application only. So I've had 2 women apply so far and still have the 3 spots, and so not everybody's going to be a fit or the timing's right, all that. But if this is really speaking to you, calling to you, maybe this is the first podcast and there's something that you're really resonating with, like you just feel it in your heart. And maybe even it scares you, right? If you feel an emotion with this, by the way, as I'm speaking, and just, this is not like a sales thing. This is just reality, right? I can share with you my experience. When I felt an emotion with something, I knew it was the right thing to do. If I get up all in my head about it, I can't feel it, right? So just feel into this as I'm speaking. If you are connecting with this now, if you're resonating, if you're just like, I'm waiting for the time, and you're like, okay, it's now or never. Like, there's never a good time. Let's just do it. Let's go. I want to start this. It's by application. So here's what you need to do. Email me, Dr. Karen Osborne, DrKarenosburn @gmail.com. That's the easiest one to give to you. And just say, I'd like to apply for one of those 3 spots for one-on-one coaching for the summer. Okay? And really the purpose is to help you get unstuck, to get clear through those blocks, to really start to work through a lot of the subconscious, the 95% of the programming that we run on that we don't even know about. And this is a completely new way that I'm coaching women now based on the experiences and the process and the journey that I've gone through over the last year. Now I see why I was to go through this on many different levels. As one is so I can actually begin to teach it to you now, which I'm very excited to do. So email me, drkarenosburn @gmail.com if you want to start the application process. And then the second thing, I still do have some free journals. I would love to get rid of them in the next month and send them to you. So you take care of a little bit of shipping, I do all the rest. So if you haven't got one of the Women Want to More limited edition orange super cool journals yet, this is version 3.0, then you can go to drkarenosburn.com/free journal. So drkarenosburn.com/free journal. And I'll be happy to send that to you in a couple weeks. So I will talk to you in the next episode, sister. A life with more is just one step away on getting clear on the things that you need to be the best version of you, your highest self, sister, every single day. I love and appreciate you.
To get the show notes of each Women Wanting More episode, including the How to Get More tip, subscribe to the newsletter at drkarenosburn.com/newsletter.